Oh man, what's happening, guys? How y'all doing today? My name's Joe. This is the Joe Wentz Project podcast. Nothing fancy. Just thought I would jump on here for a few minutes and talk to you. Excuse me. Let's see here. Let me turn on my phone and got my pick, man. Get my pick. Oh, let's turn on the phone here and see if it's live. You got to run two devices when you do this stuff. One to broadcast from, and one to read comments. So it can be challenging sometimes. And you know what? If you give me just a second, I gotta turn this other light on. I got another light right here. You just give me just 1 second. I forgot to do that. I apologize. This is real professional, isn't it? You just take a second. There we go. There, see? That makes it different. I meant to do that a minute ago, and I totally forgot. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. You never know these days. It says live. Okay, let's see if we got the live chat box open. Yes, we do, man. It's Billy Shelton and Mr. Michael Smith. Good afternoon, fellas. Oh, good morning still on my end. Billy says, what's going on, Joe? Not much, man. Just thought I'd do a quick little thing here. Nothing fancy. Michael Smith, what's up, Joe? Yeah, man. I just thought I would get on here and talk about a couple of things real quick. I meant to send out some invites. I was going to send one to Johnny, but I must have did something wrong. He's probably busy. I noticed he hadn't done the podcast the past couple of nights. And I guess he's got a lot going on. So, I mean, that's can happen to anybody, you know. I just got lucky right now to be able to do mine. Let's see. Michael Smith says, what type of guitar are you using there? Looks like a Les Paul with a different headstock. It's funny you should say that, Mr. Smith, because that's one of the topics of discussion. But we'll be right back after this brief message from Sprite. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man. I was going to talk about this. Is a actually, I bought this guitar off of I guess it's okay to say the name, HSN. Probably, I don't know, a few years ago. And it's a Keith Urban model. As you can see, it says Urban on it. And it's a Les Paul style, and I love the color. I don't know how good it's going to come up on here. It's like an emerald green, and then he's got his little Thunderbird logo on the back. I think he's got that tattoo on his arm, too. And to be honest with you, Keith Urban, as far as I go, as far as country, I'm not a real big country fan, but Keith Urban, I really enjoy his playing. He's a really good guitar player. He's absolutely amazing. And he was selling these guitars, I guess, about 3 years ago on HSN. And I was like, man, those look awesome. You know, he had different colors. And they sold out like that first. He was supposed to be on there for like 2 hours. And within the first hour, they were sold that quick. And I was like, man, because I was wanting to get one. And so it was like he came on, I don't, was it like 2 or 3 weeks later? He came on again and they had some more. I guess they had to wait to get an order in or something. And so I got, tried to get one again, sold out. I said, wow, man. And then like the next year, he was on there again, but he had totally different, the guitars were totally different. They were, it was just a whole different design, and I don't know. And yeah, I bit the bait and I got one, and it just, I mean, no offense to Mr. Urban, if he ever sees this, or anybody in his group of people, but that guitar just, it wasn't really well made. It just wasn't, you know. This was a lot better, and I think the reason why he went from this to the other body styles that he's selling now, or he was selling, I don't know if he's still doing it now. I'm sure HSN still carried them. Is that I think these guitars were better built quality wise, and it might have cost a little bit more money, so that's probably why he went to that other style, I would say. I don't know. That's just a guess. But that you can definitely tell a difference between this and that other one. And like I said, I bought one of the other ones. I just, you know how you try to like something, you really try, and it's just like, man, this isn't working. That's how it was with that other guitar. He only made one run of these for like 1 year, and you don't see them no more unless it's on eBay. They don't go for a whole lot, but I paid, when I got this one, it came with a, you know, it was like a guitar pack. It was lagging there, wasn't it? See, my picture freezes up. I knew something was up. It came with like a guitar pack, had this little amp, like a DVD or two, and then it had a strap and some picks, and a case. So I think total price with everything was like $389. I said, why not? You know, it's a Les Paul style. It looks good. I love the color, and it actually plays pretty good. You know, I had to do a setup on it, you know, but it actually plays pretty good. Plays pretty good, I think. And so I was pleasantly surprised. I really was. The other guitar I bought, the ones he came out with the next year, they just look goofy, man. They just look kind of goofy. And so I ended up giving it away to a buddy of mine that he doesn't play guitar. He knows nothing about guitar, but he's one of those that just wants to have a guitar. You know, he thinks it's cool, which it is cool to just have one, but he doesn't know how to play. But I gave it to him, and I signed it for him and all this stuff. He like freaked out, you know. And so yeah, Keith Urban's made some money, especially just selling guitars off HSN. Center, what's up, man? I guess what, you in class? You in class, or you at work? I don't know. I'm guessing you're at work. I don't know. One of the other, I guess. I don't know. And but yeah, Michael, that's what this is, man. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these, but yeah, I've had it for a few years now, and I really like it. It's not bad for the money. I mean, it's really not. I think it plays great. So yeah, to me it plays good. I mean, I don't know, man. I just, you know how sometimes you look at a guitar and it just calls to you, so to speak. you know. And I'm sorry if this sounds like garbage coming to this little speaker. I have no other way of doing it. We talked about that the other night. So Center says, I'm jamming to Muddy Waters, heading to class in a bit. Muddy Waters. I love Muddy Waters, man. Golly, let's see. Yeah, Muddy Waters, man. Golly, you hear that stuff, man, and if it doesn't pump you up, something's wrong. You don't have a soul or something. I mean, something is wrong. I'm gonna check my tuning on here real quick. You know, I love using these Snark tuners. I don't know if y'all use these or not. Man, I love these things. I remember the day we used to have to plug in to your tuner and all that stuff. I love these Snark tuners. I've had this one for close to a year now, and I just had to replace the battery like 2 weeks ago. So that same battery lasted almost a year. It's amazing, man. I just happen to have an extra one around. One of them little, I guess, like a watch battery or something. I knew something wasn't right. I knew something was off. Yeah, I love these things, man. Convenient when they light up. The only thing you got to remember is when you get done, to cut it off. Because, which I always did that. I always cut mine off. But yeah, that sounds better. I like the Snark tuners, Center says, but if you drop them, they seem to stop working. I've heard that. I have heard that, man. If you drop them, you in trouble. Yeah, so I try to really be cautious of mine, you know. So yeah, I love them though, man. I don't know what it is about it. I love it though. Yeah, Michael Smith, what you doing, man? You working? Billy Shelton, how you doing, brother? You hanging out? Center says, I'm rough on gear, man. Laugh out loud. You are. Don't abuse your gear. Don't be abusive to your gear. Sometimes it just happens, man. Even though you don't mean to, sometimes it'll just happen, you know. So yeah. Oh, this thing's got a thing on the back of the plate here. And it says, this guitar is $2,995 out of 8,000. I don't know if that's supposed to mean something fancy or what, but so I got 2,095 this out of 8,000. So that tells you that only 8,000 were made. Man, I figured it was made more than that, you know. So oh well. Not that it's really going to have some kind of big resale value or something, but yeah. Man, I just thought it was cool, man. I like the knobs. The knobs are like the classic knobs, you know. I don't like those. What do they call those? Just the flat. What do they call those? Speed knobs? Or my other Les Paul has. I don't like those knobs. I like these better. It's got that more of that classic look. You know, I like those better. Excuse me. I like these a lot better. I just think they look better. They look more cool, you know. So yeah, that's what I like. Oh God, let's see. What else was I going to talk about today? We don't have no big itinerary because I was just jumping on here for a minute. I got to go to work in a little while, so y'all gonna have to participate, man. The more y'all participate, the longer the show goes on, and the more interesting it'll get. So if y'all don't talk or don't interact, the show the show's gonna be ending quick. Yeah. Okay, the next thing on that I was wanting to talk about, I don't know if y'all are familiar with this, and I use this a lot when I'm doing my original songs and stuff like that, and that is the BeatBuddy drum pedal. I don't know how much the works very well. Very happy with it. Very happy with that pedal. It's got a card in it, a memory card, and it's got all kind of different sounds in it. I don't have nothing to really plug it into out here, like a speaker or something. And it wouldn't sound good. If you go on my channel, which you're on my channel right now, and you go back to like the newest song I just did, Going Home, I use this to track the drums in it. And if you go back some more songs, I mean, not the cover songs, but like the original, like, you can hear these in those songs as well. I also got the optional foot switch that came with it. And this foot switch really came in handy. I was glad to get it. And so the way the foot switch works, when you have the cable plugged up, it's kind of like this. And what it is this button here is for a cymbal crash, and this button here is to like stop the drums altogether. I guess we were lagging there, weren't we? Because my computer froze up. Let me say this again. This one here is for a cymbal crash whenever you want to use it. And this is here to stop the drums, just like stop, And then when you do that, if you stop it with that button, then you can kick it back in by pressing right there, and it starts with a fill and everything else. You just have to be creative. You have to learn how to be creative, because if you just when I first got it, it was just I was using just a regular drum track, and put a feel in every now and then. But you gotta be creative. So what I always do is I lay my drum tracks first. That's what I always do. I lay my drum tracks first. I pick out what style I want to use, tempo and all that, and I lay my drum tracks first on my recorder. I do so many. And we're lagging again, ain't we? God almighty, I don't know what's up with my computer. I do so many measures, and then I, do a fill, and then I'll stop and start with the extra pedal, with the cymbals, stops and start. Have a little momentary little thing of silence there, and then they start back up. You have to be creative, man, to keep it interesting. If you just keep a steady beat with no changes to the whole song, that's bland. That gets boring. I mean, that's stuff I did, 15 years ago with a little Casio keyboard. It's time to try to step up the game a little bit, or try to anyway. So yeah, it's fun, man. I think this by itself cost me I think at the time, I've had it for like 1.5 years now, almost 2 years. And I think at the time it cost me $299. And that was $100 off because I got some kind of special code on the internet or something. And so yeah, it was $299. And then the foot switch cost me like an extra, I think it was $29 or something like that, which came in handy. Like I said, it gives you the capability of stopping and starting the drums, adding cymbal crashes when you want without having to do a drum fill. It's pretty interesting. Let's look at some comments here. Let's see. Center says, yes, my class right now is Blues Essentials. Oh, you're taking a blues course? That's awesome, man. That is cool. I didn't know you was doing that. That's awesome, man. He says, so we learn pieces and perform them. Wow, that's cool. So I am minoring in music performance. That's awesome, man. That is awesome, Senator. That's cool. Senator also says, I want to try to BeatBuddy one time. They sell out fast at the store. Yeah, I was going to ask you that because there's a buddy of mine in Louisiana. We sometimes we work on songs together via internet. He'll send me a drum track or whatever. I mean, of him actually playing, he's got an electronic drum kit. He'll send me a track every now and again, and we'll work a song up together. Well, he just recently got one of these BeatBuddies. He heard my songs of me using the BeatBuddy, and then he said, man, he asked me about it and everything. I said, yeah, you should try it, man. If since we're kind of like solo artists, we just kind of do our own thing in our own when we have time. So he got one. He really liked it. He's I think he's still learning how to do the fills and stuff. Like I said, you just have to be creative. You have to learn to put the starts and the stops and pauses here and there, and then kick them back up. And that's why you always lay your drums down first, so you have something to follow. Unless you just do a metronome. I've done that before. Had a metronome click in my headphones and just play guitar, and then went back and put the drums in, and then had a cymbal crash and start and stop. It was aggravating because you had to be right on the money. And I finally got it. It sounded good when I got done. This, because it sounds like a real drummer. It doesn't sound like a drum machine. It sounds like an actual real drummer. And those are real drum. That what you're hearing is actually really drums. They're just recorded tidbits of drums, and they put them all together. So they had drummers come in there and actually play. So what you're hearing is actual real drums. It's really cool. But yeah, I've always heard they sell out. Now they sell a smaller version. I found out what was it, last year or something? I got an email from BeatBuddy, and they got like this BeatBuddy Junior or something. It's like a smaller condensed version of what this is, and it's like, I don't know, Senator, you might know. I think it's like what, $130 or something, and it's just, it looks like one of those micro pedals, and basically it just does essentially kind of the same things as this, but I don't think you can get a foot switch with it. I could be wrong. I don't think it does. It just does the basic operation, your drum beats, drum patterns, and all that. But I went ahead and got this, but they didn't have that BeatBuddy Junior when I got this. I got this, and then like a year later or so, the BeatBuddy Junior came out, or whatever, the BeatBuddy Mini or whatever it's called. And so I don't know if they sell out of those. Do y'all have those in the store, Senator? Why am I lagging? What I was asking you, Senator, do y'all sell those smaller versions of the BeatBuddy in your store? I don't know how that works. He says, yeah, BeatBuddy Mini. Yeah, that's what Senator says. Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was what it was called or what. I couldn't remember what it was called. But I didn't know if y'all sold that as well or not. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I talked to my son about getting one, but I don't think he really has time. don't think he has time to really record as much because now he's working a lot more now. So now he sees what you have to do to make money, you know. So yeah, he done got him a girlfriend, and pretty soon he's going to give her an engagement ring. I think next week. They've been together for like 6 years. So yeah, he's starting to see what it's like now in the real world now. Center says they don't sell that well. The BeatBuddy Mini, I didn't think they would, because like I said, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the regular BeatBuddy does. But yeah, I kind of figured it probably didn't, you know. But the guy who invented that, I looked on before I bought my BeatBuddy. I looked up YouTube on videos about it because they were promoting the heck out of it, man. I was getting stuff on my Facebook about BeatBuddy, and I was like, what is that? You know, and I looked up the videos of the guy who came up with this stuff and the demos and everything, and I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, man, that sounds fantastic, you know. So that guy's sitting pretty now. I know he's always at the NAMM shows too. He's always at the NAMM shows, which that's what you got to do, man. You got to get it out there and promote it, you know. So he's doing all the legwork, man. He deserves everything he gets because he's working hard. So, but yeah, I thought it sounded fantastic. I really did. I was really impressed. See what it's designed for. It's really designed if you're playing like like an acoustic or a solo thing by yourself, and you're supposed to be able to play guitar and step on the pedal to engage the drums or do a fill or whatever by yourself. You can have a buddy playing bass, but you're supposed to be able. That's what it's designed to do. I don't use it that way. Number one, I can't multitask with the crap. So I tried it, and it just doesn't work for me. I can't do that. But I've seen people that were able to do it. They're playing like acoustic, and they get like maybe a PV Escort set up, you know, small PA, and they get the BeatBuddy set up, and they're playing, you know, step on that pedal and have the drum fills or whatever. And it's really cool if you can multitask. It's really cool. I don't use it that way. I just use it. I have it sitting on top of my keyboard here. I run it to my recorder, and I go ahead and I do everything by hand. I press it, do this and this, get my drums recorded, put the stops and starts where I want, the pauses, the cymbal crashes, and then I'll go back and I work with that drum track and try to come up with a tune, you know, because you got to have your foundation first, which is your drums, in my opinion. You know, now if you're with a full-blown band, everybody jumps in and starts noodling around, but it's just me. I'm just a solo artist, you know, kind of deal. So I kind of have to do one thing at a time. That's why it takes so long to do something. But yeah. So yeah. Lord of mercy. Where'd everybody go? Michael Smith, Billy Shelton. What y'all do, man? Y'all went ahead and left? I bored y'all that quick? Oh, man. That's funny. Oh, boy. I tell you what. Man. What do I do with that other stuff? Well, all right, guys. I guess that's about it, man. I know it's Monday and everybody's busy. Everybody's doing their thing. I just wanted to pop on here for a second and show you the Keith Urban guitar and the BeatBuddy drum pedal, which is very awesome. Once again, if you don't know nothing about it, I suggest looking into the BeatBuddy. It's well worth the money. You know, if you like to do your own original stuff and record and all that, it's really worth the money. It really is. It's really cool. Center says next month he's going to see Striper. Wow, man, that's cool. Striper, that's awesome, man. I always liked Striper back in the day. They were cool. And them guys still look the same. That's a trip. That's just I heard Michael Sweet on Jericho's podcast a couple of weeks ago. It was really good. It was a really good podcast. It was really awesome. Michael Sweet, nice guy, man. I follow him on Twitter. He's a really nice dude, man. Really nice. I'm glad to see those guys doing their thing again on stage. You know, that's cool. So yeah. So I guess that's going to be it, guys. You know, I know it wasn't on here too long. I apologize for this being short, but I showed you the Keith Urban guitar and the BeatBuddy pedal, and so I need to go do some things out here and get some stuff taken care of. I just want to jump on here really quick and say hello, and I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you have a blessed day. Be safe out there. Be kind to each other. And are we still lagging again? Oh man, technology. It's just awesome, isn't it? It's crazy. Lord of mercy. Michael Sweet's new CD is killer, Center says. I bet it is. I have not checked it out, but I bet it is. I bet it's awesome. All right, Center, be good in class, man. Pay attention and learn that muddy waters. Michael Smith, Billy Shelton, thank you for stopping in. Y'all have a fantastic day. God bless. Take care of each other. Until next time, this is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project podcast. Peace out.